The rain's going to be with us for a little while as the system tries to push through. The good news is today, of course, we have the milder temperatures. We're sitting at 6 degrees. When that temperature starts to fall for us tomorrow, that's where we get into some concerning weather. So a lot of moisture with this system. That's a larger view of it. And of course, this is the impact that it is having on Toronto. We've had the thunderstorm activity that's pushing its way through. We saw it and we heard it come through Toronto. It's now out through the Durham region. And as well, we have that swath down through southwestern Ontario, as well as through Niagara Falls and St. Catharines. Now we have some changing weather coming through here. Looks like we're now getting some warnings posted here from Environment Canada. That's why my screen is flashing. We, of course, have the winter storm watch that's completely in place. Looks like a freezing rain warning has now been issued through Niagara Falls and all the way out towards the London area. London's still under the heavy rainfall. So again, this is going to mean that over the next 24 to 48 hours, we do have heavy rain changing over to some ice pellets and freezing rain. Tomorrow morning's commute will be dicey, but as the temperature starts to drop, we have more of that ice that can accumulate on the roadways, making things on the slick side. The afternoon commute is also a concern, and through the evening and overnight period as well. So that's basically how things are shaping up for us. Again, expect the rain, the changing conditions throughout the overnight period. As we take a quick peek at our 3-day forecast, we're really not seeing the clear out until we head in towards Saturday afternoon. Temperatures after Saturday start to climb, and I'll show you that in the 7-day forecast.
Jen?
Well, Tom, traffic seems to be okay for the time being. So if you are planning on using some of the major routes right now, we have no difficulties on the Gardiner Expressway. Traveling in or out, you can take a look here that the rain has basically stopped for now. We have, of course, the gray skies, and depending on where you are, things seem to be drying out a little bit. Looking at the Don Valley Parkway, again, those road conditions much improved, as well as the traffic situation. 401 or the top end of that 404 leading down towards Shepherd and the 401 ramps. It looks great. 401 east and westbound through Weston Road. Traveling in towards the Mississauga area and in towards the Durham region. So far, so good. As we take a look at our picture on radar, though, we can see that, well, that rain that we had this morning, that heavier stuff, has pushed off now. But we are looking at just this little bit of a clearing breakthrough here. That's why we're not getting as much of that rain. There it stops. That was the system that moved off. Towards the north, though, coming down through the Barrie, there is still that line that extends down towards almost Kitchener, where you're still going to get some spotty showers. The heavier stuff is still going to come. We still have our winter storm watch that's in effect, as well as the heavy rainfall warning for southwestern Ontario. Timing of this, though, again, we're going to see a little bit more rain popping into the forecast here later on this evening, just making its way through down through Niagara Falls, up through Kitchener, heavier stuff towards Wyerton. And then there, this is the difference here. We're going to see this blue, a little bit of flurry activity mixing in the sense we're going to see those ice pellets, freezing rain, heavy rain right through Toronto and through the morning rush, just in time for that. So again, it's going to be very dicey, very treacherous road conditions depending on where you are. Further towards the north, we'll see some snow accumulations with this system, as well as those ice pellets. So basically morning, afternoon, we're going to see a very heavy commute and treacherous driving conditions. I'm going to leave you with a look at your 7-day forecast as far as our temperatures. Mild today, but then down to 0 tomorrow. Light drizzle right now, cloud cover, but the roads are still trying to recuperate from the morning rush. It was really busy on a number of the routes. So if you are traveling through on the southbound 404 Don Valley, we're still looking at some delays coming off the 401. And it is busy as you make your way down towards the Lawrence stretch. Gardiner Expressway moves pretty well. Most of the volume delays that we experienced earlier on have now been cleared out. 401 eastbound, little ways to go yet as you make your way between Islington and Weston in the Express. Rest of the 401, I'm not really spotting any other difficulties as you travel in towards the far east and west ends. But of course, we have a little bit of ponding here and there. Just be extra careful when you're traveling on those routes. Most of that heavy rain in some areas, at least in the GTA, has slowed down a little bit, but we're not done with the worst yet. The worst is yet to come. We do have 6 degrees. The temperature's fairly mild. We have winds that are fairly calm out of the northeast. Now, of course, we still have our watch that's in effect right now. Now, I'm going to start off with down through southwestern Ontario. We do have the rainfall warning that's in effect for this area. Now, they saw up to 30 millimeters of rain so far in this area as of this morning. but there's another 50 to 80 millimeters that are possible, but the system moves right through towards Friday. The rest of us, of course, all the way out towards Ottawa, right up and towards Cottage Country, including Barrie, the Bruce Peninsula, and all the way down towards the Kitchener area, including Niagara Falls and Hamilton. We are under a winter storm watch. Now, what that means is that we are going to see, as the temperature starts to fall, the rain changing over to ice pellets and freezing rain. Now, to the north, it is possible that we could see up to 5 centimeters of snow in accumulation. Most of us could be getting the rain and the ice pellets and the freezing rain. There's a look at it on radar as far as how much rain that we're still going to be getting throughout the day today. And then through the cloudy conditions, there's our chance of seeing those ice pellets that will develop. Now, the system is going to stay with us right till Friday. We look at that temperature, 0 degrees expected by morning. That's why the morning commute on Thursday is going to be treacherous. There's a chance of it being treacherous as well. By the afternoon, plan ahead. If you don't have to be on the roads, you might want to think of another option as well on Friday. By the time that system moves up through the Cottage Country area, we could be looking at a winter wonderland up through that stretch. So good for skiing, not so good for driving.